Well, there's no way I'm going riding in that crap. Hey there, riders. So, it is colder than hell. In fact, let's just see how cold it is. So cold that I'm surprised the GoPro is actually working. According to my weather app, the nearest station that's within about an hour away. No, not an hour away. 10 minutes away. Is that even right? Well, 10 minutes by walking. I live by a school that actually is hooked up to here. It is 27 degrees out. Background noise you hear that's going is actually my propane tank, and then I got my electric heater running as well. Fortunately, electric heater doesn't do that well, so gonna do what I can inside the garage, and then the rest I am gonna end up doing in the house after I pull it off. Now this first part is gonna be the mirrors on the bike. I'll show you. These silver mirrors, factory OEM. Small, not wide enough for me. Definitely not wide enough for me. You know? So, I got longer mirrors. Look at that. You're on the camera shot. Wave to the mirror. It does look like a lot like the OEM when you look at it. This will be for the right side, and then I got another one for the other side. Left side. This is for the left side. Other one's for the right side. Yeah, definitely. Okay. So, we're going to need a socket. Now I went ahead and measured the socket out to replace the mirror. And see if I can get a shot. Animals end up throwing in my tripod very first segment, so let's see if that works. There we go. That'll be good. So you can use 13 millimeter, or you can use 1/2 inch. I'm using 13 millimeter. And just loosen up. You'll have to move the lights out of the way depending on how you have yours set up. See, this one's got a washer on the top. It looks like a washer at the bottom as well. Good to remember that. And you don't want to lose these because you could go to a swap meet or on eBay and you can sell it, or just stick it in the garage, or give it to someone who needs it. Fortunately, I don't like holding on to a lot of things, so I'm probably going to either sell it for about $5. Not broken. I won't stick it on eBay. I'll probably put it on the marketplace for original OEM. They got the logo. Now, the nice thing about these turn signals is that they're movable. Now this happens to have, do you see it? It's got a little sleeve inside there. So we're going to see exactly what we can, if that'll work for this or not. Got these for Christmas. Let's see. Nope. Oh, that sleeve won't work. So it'll just fit in place. And that will work. And put the nut on there. Acorn nut. I didn't measure that out, so I probably should, but since I just dropped the... That will definitely work for me. Goes out further. I actually had ones that were about 2 inches longer that went way out far. I just need it to clear my shoulders, and this will definitely work for what I have. This thing is about being a fat guy. You end up with broader shoulders, but I always had broader shoulders, even when I was wrestling. And a fine-tuning, you don't want to lock it all into place until you're ready. Make sure for the ride. So we'll get the other side. I won't record that. That's just boring as hell. And there we go. There we go. Got them on. I got them adjusted. All that needs to be done now is to be tightened down. See, propane's going. Heater's going. It's freaking cold in here. Now, one of the things in which I've noticed on this bike is that this headlight here is going to have to come out more. Whoever had the bike previously and put this on, they could have gotten it in a flea market or something like that. I don't know. They didn't get the extension piece in which would allow the headlight to come protrude out further. To be quite honest, I think this is more made for not this type of bike, but it's built for maybe a lowrider ass. I'm not going to say a fat bob because the fat bob came out when they had the dual headlights. Well, it could have come before various other bikes. Don't know. I like it. I plan on keeping it. But one of the things I don't like, though, is the speedometer here. That's going to be another project in which I'll have to do. But I have to remove this, lift the tank up, and just so happens that's going to be in the next project. So we'll get started on that. If you notice, this is held down by hose clamps. Let's get that into the right shot. See? Hose clamps, hose clamps. Now I know I had a different type of clamping system on here, but like I said, I think this might have been bought off of, could have been bought on Facebook Marketplace. As long as the headlight was for the right diameter, it would work. But in order to do that, I have to get through here. And I gotta pull out the electrical, because I will be installing this. This is all digital. Because of the problems that I have with this, and I know for my indicator lights, the oil and the neutral switch, and it's not the switch, it's actually the board that's inside here, that I'm going to have to replace. So, I'm going to have to replace this, and this should fit inside there. I did the measurements right. It looks like I did. I'll be able to reuse this and put this inside there. I talked to the seller on this, and they assure me that this will work for this type of bike. So, we will see. This has just about all the same stuff as what this has. Well, we'll see. We got all the right fittings and such, so that's going to be a project. That's an indoor project. Just like what my next project's going to be. And that'll be this exhaust wrapping. Gotta love it. All I gotta do is remove the exhaust on here and wrap it up. And I did this on another project bike I had. This was before the whole Well, I guess I could have done it for YouTube, but I didn't really have a camera, and the camera I had only had like 2 gigs memory card on there. And back then that was a lot, and it would have been awful for today's specs. This would have been back in 2007. When I actually got my driver's license to ride a motorcycle. My motorcycle endorsement for my license. Yeah, back in 2007. But I've been riding since I was 14. Figure that one out. Insurance companies would love to know. But back then there wasn't any connection, but whatever. And it's not like I rode the bike. Not like I took it on trips or anything like that. Didn't do that until I actually got my license back in 07. My wife can contest to that because we got stranded off at the side of the road because I didn't fill up before we left Frankenmuth. Now, if you know anything about Frankenmuth, you're going to know that there's a store called Bonner's. And Bonner's is the world's largest Christmas store. Yes, they are very proud of it. And you go inside there, it's like Christmas threw up everywhere. Even the employees wear their stuff year-round. I'm off for Christmas during Christmas time, but that's about it. But it is a nice place to visit, especially when it's hot inside the summer. We had just left there. I was debating if I should have gotten gas. I had a full tank when I left, but that bike consumed it like crazy. In fact, about every 30 miles or so, from going from Bonner's, we'd pull up to a gas station and fill up every single time. It took us a long time to get home that night. I think we got home at 11 o'clock, and it's only like a 2.5 hour drive, and we took the highway. Bike wasn't going past 70 miles an hour. That was a nightmare trip. It was fun going there during the day. But it wasn't fun coming back home, I'll tell you that. Wife loved the trip, just didn't like the return. And I gotta agree with her on that one. In fact, I think after that, she really didn't ride with me. She ride with me when I got the V-Star. Went riding around. My daughter went riding around with me. Scared the hell out of her. Not used to a bigger bike. When I say big bike, the V-Star 1100 was a big bike. Yeah, alright, so that's what we're going to end up doing. I'll be later on, I'll be replacing the speedometer. Make sure all that works. I'm also going to have wrap up the exhaust, but those will be some later videos that'll be coming out. This one I wanted to get out at least today. Go back onto my Sunday and Wednesday schedule. So I hope you enjoyed this short little video of me ranting. And I'll catch you on the next ride.